Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man.
Good man. It's going to be hot fire tonight, I think.
Yeah. So today we are talking about the La Aurora 107 Nicaragua Robusto. Cigar is 5-inch by 50 ring gauge. Comes out of the La Aurora factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Nicaraguan Habano, binder and filler both from Nicaragua, blended by Manuel Inoa. Price point is $8.50, and the cigar was released in October of 2020. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
Overall was average. La Aurora should not blend Nicaraguan cigars. They should stick to Dominican cigars, which I'll probably never say again because most of the time I do not like Dominican stuff. But on a brighter note, if the audience hears this and they've never had horchata, this tastes like horchata, the first third. Um, I know I sound very Monado-esque by saying this, but man, that first third was awesome. I got this like vanilla cream cinnamon thing. It was like horchata. Um, so the only probably like uncultured people from the south want to know what horchata is, though. Like Seth, not like everybody else. So don't give me shit for this comment. Okay, but most of it was kind of like a what did I say? So it went
Does
from this
anyone
like
know what
vanilla
you're
cream
saying?
cinnamon.
Do you know what you're saying?
Seth, can you mute yourself? I'm talking. I'm talking, Seth. Okay, thank you. Uh, okay, second, third, cinnamon cedar is what I said, and lost that vanilla part. So it's pretty average. Um, I don't know, man. Like I still think Laura plays the best in the budget. Like, well, I don't know if you call it budget, but like $45, $4 to $5 kind of cigar price range. I think they're fantastic, but kind of outside of that range, I still don't think it just kind of like hits the mark for me. So
And Seth, what were your thoughts?
Listen, I thought the cigar looked great. Thought I had a very good presentation. So there's two in a row for you there, surgeon. And then in terms of flavor, I really liked what the cigar delivered. How did I just get off my notes there? The first third was really complex: cream, cashews, coffee, earth, cedar, peppery spices, and it just really kind of continued on throughout. It was really balanced. I'd say it was more medium in strength and body, but just amazing construction. I was actually kind of surprised that the construction was as good as it was coming out of La Aurora. Um, but I just really, yeah, that was a jab at La Aurora, but with a good compliment coming. But it's a really good blend. So I liked it.
All right, John, what were your thoughts?
June and I are going to be pretty aligned on this bad boy. So I guess I'll just walk you through my experience and then throw my jab out at the end. I did not find the first third to be the best third. Coincidentally, I found the second third to be the best third, which has now happened twice in basically a week and has not happened in years gone by. It was just, and I know I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it was just too pepper forward. It was just too much pepper, and I couldn't get past it. There was some creaminess there, but it reminded me of when people throw a bunch of really strong Nicaraguan tobacco in a cigar and they think it's Nicaraguan, there you go, and it's like, yeah, but where's all the other nuance and flavors and depths and complexity? It was okay, but I was kind of reaching for more. The second third, since I am cultured and from the north, I did get the horchata. It was that baking spice, cinnamon, with a little bit of zing, like like chili zing, and then that nice creamy chocolate. So I was like, oh, maybe the cigars are covered. And then the last third was just kind of toasted cedar and citrus, and I was like, oh no, I was wrong. And just for June, I'm gonna read verbatim what I said here because I feel like it echoes what he was getting at. I'm a big fan of low roar cigars when they focus on what they do well, which is blending complex and nuanced cigars that are primarily Dominican tobacco.
yeah,
And
right.
yeah, I mean,
So true, Seth.
no joke. Like Aurora puts out some really, really, really good. They're probably one of my consistently favorite Dominican blenders. To me, this just kind of came across like somebody said, well, this is what people like in Nicaraguan cigars, so I'm just going to make it really peppery. And it's like, bro, I think you need to smoke more Nicaraguan cigars. Like, this just didn't hit my palate. So overall, pretty average. Aaron, what was your experience like?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting seeing La Aurora tackle a Nicaraguan Puro, as they're very much a Dominican brand. They got some of the core of what Nicaraguan tobacco offers with the fullness of the wood, the earth, and the pepper, but that was about it. Pretty typical Nicaraguan blend, which I know appeals to a lot of people, but just not enough of a wow factor to make it really stand out from the pack for me. The cigar maintains that kind of the price-friendly point that La Aurora is known for, so that's cool, but I'm still not sure that that's going to really bring me back to smoking the cigar again. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with Seth at 7.52. Next was Jiunn at 5.95, John at 5.90, and I gave it a 5.50. So Seth, how'd that 7.52 match up for you?
Listen, it's not horchata.
Seth.
It's horchata. It's horchata, right? Horchata.
You either spell
Let's put
horchata
the,
with an
southern
H or with an X.
pronunciation
Horchata.
for it.
Listen, maybe I was on drugs when I was smoking this. It's a possibility. No, listen, I liked it, but I really like when companies like Dominican-based companies attempt to make these Nicaraguan puros, because I think they take tobacco, which I don't think Nicaraguans would focus on using, and then they use it in a style which they think of when they're creating like Dominican cigars. So you get these softer, which I think to be a little bit more complex, but they're not for everyone. Now, you guys had a lot of pepper, though. I didn't get it. Who knows? I don't. Horchata. So
I didn't get much pepper at all, man.
all right.
I
Well,
got
then John did.
horchata.
I wasn't talking about your palate. I was talking about
Okay.
John. That's sorry. That didn't mean to do
That
that to you, but
was
I think it's worth trying. I'd like to smoke it again. I'm sticking to this.
All right.
Go ahead, man.
All right, Jiunn, 5.95.
June will speak
I
for
think
both of
that
us.
is way more reasonable than some 7 point whatever bullshit.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. It's average. It's Seth. If you're right in terms of like kind of what the concept of this was, for like for them to blend a Nicaraguan Puro cigar based upon kind of what they know and using Dominican tobacco and methodologies, that's interesting. But this is very much not like a Nicaraguan. I don't even know, how do you even like say what is a Nicaraguan cigar nowadays? You know what I mean? Like that's so. Like, what does that even mean? And when people say shit like also like it's Cuban, it's like what the fuck does that mean? It doesn't
Well,
mean
we all
anything.
know what
honestly.
that means. But no, I mean, listen, you can. I think they're taking their concept of what a Nicaraguan puro is, just like Davidoff has their concept of what a Nicaraguan puro is.
I agree, and that's kind of what I was getting at in my final statement, Seth. Is I think that's their take on what they think a Nicaraguan cigar is. And I think the problem with that is that if you take a Nicaraguan blender, he'd smoke this and go, "Bro, what are you doing? This like no."
Yeah.
And I think conversely, to be fair, if you took a primarily Nicaraguan blender and gave him all Dominican tobacco, and then blended something, gave it to Manuel would be like, "It's interesting."
Yeah, I mean, it's like Pete Johnson created Tatuaje, and one of his inspirations was like a brand like Fuente Opus X. Tatuaje is not Opus X. Opus X is not Tatuaje. You know what I mean? It's he did something with a different area. This is them moving forward. I mean, when's the last time we saw a Nicaraguan company say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the DR and I'm going to make a Nicaraguan version of a Dominican Puro."
All Out Kings.
That wasn't all Dominican.
No, I'm just
And plus, that was a
All right, John,
terrible flop.
5.90.
no. June said
You
my
got it?
piece.
All right.
Yeah.
So my 5.5 matches up well. It was an average flavor profile throughout. Very good construction. And that's it. That's what a 5.5 is. Pretty much dead on. So, any other final thoughts from you guys on this one?
I mean, I kind of shit all over, but it wasn't terrible, and I'm all over try new stuff. So keep trying it, and maybe they'll find a blend that really pops. But for me, I'd rather reach for the La Aurora stuff that's fantastic, and that's primarily Dominican. So.
All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. We'll also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Nicaragua.